News every hour continues right here on KCIM with Nathan Cones.
Thank you very much, John, and good morning, everyone. The Carroll City Council tabled a proposed new ordinance during Monday's meeting that would have potentially required owners of vacant properties in the community to register them with the city. City Manager Aaron Koiker says this program was developed as part of an overarching effort to spur residential construction and development.
So in an effort to establish new and available housing, the city staff has researched ordinances that require vacant properties to be registered within the city. Essentially, this penalizes property owners that allow properties to sit vacant for an excessive time and enhances our abilities under 657A to claw back those properties. This code allows property owners to rehab or sell without penalty. It's a fairly common ordinance throughout the state, so we would like the city to look at the first reading on this and move forward with it.
The ordinance targets properties disconnected from utilities that are also unoccupied for several years or empty lots that are not adequately maintained. It would also apply to properties that have remained on the market for over 12 months. The proposed registration fee is 1% of the total assessed value, with an additional $3,000 fee for uninsured or underinsured properties. Koiker says the ordinance is not intended to target well-maintained structures or lots.
Most cities have had their water meters pulled or haven't had city utilities for a number of years. We could probably check with electric to make sure they don't have, that's kind of what we'll base it on, is how long haven't they had water city services to really put that into place.
Several council members expressed concern that the public could view the ordinance as an overreach by the city government. Ward 2 Councilman Jason Atherton says it is unfair to punish somebody for a kept-up property that they're not interested in selling.
I would rather have the individual owner motivated to do something with the property than government stepping in. Here I am, big government, I'm coming in to change something. So,
Ward 3 Councilman Kyle Bauer says it's important to understand their intended goal, which is to generate housing construction and address longstanding nuisance properties.
I think we need to make it clear to the public, this isn't about taking somebody's land. Mm-hmm. It's about cleaning this junky property up next to my house or your house. It's not fair to the neighbor or that neighborhood.
City Attorney Dave Bruner says this ordinance will not directly lead to the city taking property from private owners.
A very large part of the ordinance is to identify these properties. We can take action if it's a vacant property. We can take other legal action to acquire ownership of those properties. So I don't see this ordinance as being an enforcing, title-grabbing ordinance for these properties. I see it as a registration.
A stepping stone.
You guys can get your hands around these numbers, whether it's 15 or 20 or 12, whatever it is, and then you can make some decisions on which one to do.
Due to a lack of consensus on how to proceed, the council opted to table the ordinance for now and return to it at a future meeting. Under the initial wording, all properties, be it residential, commercial, or vacant lots, would fall under the ordinance. Moving forward, the council intends to separate the properties by usage to avoid confusion. So I do expect that is going to be a topic that is going to come up again here sometime in the next several weeks or months. Looking elsewhere, Thomas Resthaven in Coon Rapids is hosting their first outreach program for community members this coming Thursday. Social Services Director Rachel Hoffbauer says Thomas Resthaven will be hosting a Mental Health Matters program with Plains Area Mental Health Center as a way to be a resource for Coon Rapids and the surrounding communities.
January is Mental Wellness Month, so we thought that would be a good time following the holidays. Time gets long for people. It's kind of a dark time of year. Days are short. So just kind of want to make sure people are aware of that there are resources out there and things that they can do, whether it's for them or a loved one or a family friend.
The program begins at 6:30 p.m. in the Thomas Resthaven Dining Room. Hoffbauer says the program is open to the public and anyone can attend.
Anybody can come and participate. Plains Area Mental Health is going to be coming in and just kind of letting us know what we can do to maybe help ourselves get through a hard time, anything that we're looking for that help for counseling or any of those resources, what we need to do to kind of get that started.
There's no need to register, and because of the Iowa weather we do have, the program could possibly be postponed to a later date, and so if it does get canceled, do keep an eye out for that. Hoffbauer is looking forward to the program and potentially more outreach events coming up in the future.
Whether it be mental wellness, whether there are other resources or information venues that we can be a resource for other people to come in if there are certain topics that they want to learn about or know about that are not as informed as they'd like to be. That's something that we are also going to be looking into.
You can keep an eye on the Thomas Resthaven Facebook page to stay updated on this and other upcoming programs that will be offered. Again, Mental Health Matters is the program scheduled for Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. at Thomas Resthaven with the Plains Area Mental Health Center. And that is going to be wrapping up your KCIM 8 o'clock news. I'm Nathan Cones reporting.
All right, thanks, Nathan, for that news update. Once again, things are looking a whole lot better today than they were yesterday. But we've got another round of wintertime coming our way. Thursday night and Friday, 4 to 7 inches of snow is what we're looking at. We'll give you details here coming up in just a couple of moments.